When I was little, I would always go over to my grandparents' house. Every time I would go over there, my grandmother would teach me how to bake a cake from scratch. Most of the time, we always made pound cakes. She would tell me what ingredients we needed and would always let me measure them out. She told me to lay out the eggs and the butter beforehand because they needed to be at room temperature. She taught me how to sift the dry ingredients together and then let me do it myself. She always said that it needed to be done at least 3 times to make sure the cake is nice and soft. After we would get the ingredients, she would then help me prepare her mixer by making sure we had the correct attachments that we needed. She always used a KitchenAid. First, she told me to add in the butter and the sugar. We would then mix, or cream as she would say, the butter and the sugar together until they were blended well. After creaming the butter and the sugar, she then would let me crack the right amount of eggs. She taught me how to crack an egg without getting eggshells into the mixture. She then would let me add the eggs into the mixture one at a time. At this point, we would also add in the pure vanilla extract. I love the way it smells. We would gradually add in the dry, sifted ingredients, making sure not to add in too much at one time. After adding in the flour, she told me to be sure not to mix the batter too much because it can mess up the cake. After making sure the batter was mixed together with no lumps, we would pour it into a greased cake pan. We then placed it into a preheated oven at the set temperature for about an hour, being sure not to jump around because she always said that would make the cake fall in. Once the cake is done, you need to put it onto a cooling rack, cut, and then serve. I'm so happy my grandmother taught me how to make a cake because now I can do it on my own.